Might be a UAV. Oh, I got a nuclear. Hell yeah. Let's go. Yo, what's going on YouTube? It is your boy Ears. Hope you guys are having a great rest of your day, start your day, whatever time it may be. And for this video, we're going to be going over 10 mistakes that I see a lot of bad players making within Black Ops 4. Now, I'm not trying to throw around the term bad player as an insult. It's more of a term used for players that are new to the series that may not be up to speed with all the new tips, tricks, class setups, and mindset ideas that you guys have to have when playing Black Ops 4. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys drop a like on the video, and as well as if you guys want to see a video on how you guys can actually take advantage and abuse aim assist to its full potential, make sure you guys drop a like on the video to let me know that you guys want to see that type of video on the channel. As well as if we can get this video to 500 likes, that'd be absolutely amazing. I know you guys can do it. You guys have been absolutely smashing the likes in the videos, and I really do appreciate that. Now, without further ado, let's get right into the 10 mistakes that I see a lot of players making within Black Ops 4. Now, mistake number one, now keep in mind these are in no order, but mistake number one that I see a lot of people making is sprinting around corners. Now, sprinting around corners within Black Ops 4 is a terrible idea. We all know the time to kill on this game is rather high, so you guys want to make sure you guys are ADSing around every single corner, anticipating players that are going to be running around corners, literally around every single corner, so you guys are ready to get in out of each and every gunfight. A perk that I recommend you guys running to kind of train yourself to win gunfights around corners, or just to be ready whenever you might see somebody, is the Gung Ho perk within Tier 2. If you guys are unaware, you guys can actually shoot while sprinting and actually pull up your weapon while shooting, and it kind of cancels out the sprint out delay. So this is a fantastic perk if you guys are new to the game and you guys are trying to actually win more gunfights and kind of train yourself to not sprint around corners. But if you actually do, this perk will actually help you win the gunfight a little bit easier. Now, tip number two, or the mistake number two that I see a lot of people making, is not using cover to your advantage. Now, this kind of ties into tip number one with doing the fact that Black Ops 4 has a higher time to kill. Using cover to your advantage is very, very helpful, and I recommend that you guys actually get behind a head glitch, get behind cover. I said this, yes, get behind a head glitch, because other players are going to do it to you, so you might as well do it back to them. Put yourself in a position where you have 110% advantage over everybody in the lobby. There's literally no reason to not do this, because everybody else, especially other good players, are going to do this to you. So why not actually use something that other players are using against you that's actually going to allow you to streak up, win more gunfights, and hopefully increase that KD and get those kill streaks, those score streaks, whatever you guys are trying to do within that match. Now, mistake number three that I see numerous people making is, and kind of why I recommend not running the stem shot off the bat, is healing at the wrong times. Now, obviously, the stem shot allows you to be a little bit more reckless with this, but within this game, you really need to keep in mind when the proper time to heal, especially if you are not running the stem shot. A lot of players in this game will actually push you once they put damage on you, because the time to heal is long, and coupled with the healing times, especially if you do not have the stem shot, you need to know the proper times to heal. This is why I recommend you guys actually moving with your team more often than not, because if you guys are getting in and out of gunfights and you notice or you see or you feel that multiple people are going to come around the corner, having those teammates to protect you, or hopefully protect you, is going to allow you to heal at the proper times. I do not recommend you guys actually healing up immediately after every single gunfight. If you kill one person and you tag up on somebody else and they get around the corner, I highly recommend you guys actually rushing that player. Odds are 50% they're not going to be fully healed, and they're not going to expect you to actually re-engage and re-challenge. This is going to be kind of a mind trick. Now, most players are going to expect the gunfight to kind of be drawn out and stagnant. Each player heals up, you kind of want to push that gunfight and kill them either A, while they're healing, or while, you know, they're not really anticipating you to push that gunfight. I cannot tell you how many times I've taken people out doing this. I honestly, being 100% truthful, cannot tell you how many times somebody else has actually taken me out doing this, and I recommend you guys actually using this to your advantage and taking out those players that are currently healing, especially if they do not have the stem shot equipped. Now, tip number 4, or mistake number 4 that I see a lot of people making, is reloading at the wrong possible times. Now, you do not want to get caught with your pants down in this game, like how I like to say it. You want to make sure you are reloading at the right times. Now, I've made this mistake multiple times. It happens to everybody. You cannot be perfect with this, but you guys need to understand the proper time to reload. Now, if you guys are seeing 1 or 2 enemies in the same area, or you're getting in a gunfight where you maybe kill one enemy and somebody gets around the corner, I highly recommend you guys actually re-engaging that gunfight. And this ties in to tip number 3. They are never going to expect you to re-engage the gunfight. The way the Call of Duty is now, the meta that has changed over the years, is usually what happens, like with tip number 3 or mistake number 3, is that players are going to expect you to actually back off, reload, and come back and get into the gunfight. You do not want to be predictable. You want to actually make the play to actually re-engage and take the enemy out. I cannot tell you how many times I have tricked and outplayed players because they might think I'm actually sticking back to reload, but in fact I'm actually right on top of them, taking them out, shooting them while they're reloading. It's a really good idea. I recommend you guys doing this. This is something that a lot of players do not do in this game, and I feel that you actually will be able to get a lot of cheap and easy kills just pushing enemies when you actually, you know, may reload, but actually want to go ahead and challenge that gunfight and take them out. If you have at least 15 bullets in your weapon, you should be doing this. Now, tip number 5, or mistake number 5, is running too high of a sensitivity. Now, I'm a strong advocate of running a low sensitivity on Call of Duty. I really feel that it allows you to be more accurate, hit your shots, and especially within Black Ops 4 with the high time to kill, having a low sensitivity, in my opinion, is a really helpful idea. I recommend you guys actually starting off around a 4, maybe even a 3, and slowly moving it up if you feel you can control it. Running a lower sensitivity, like I said, is going to allow you to be more accurate, and also as you do increase it to find your comfort zone, you're going to be able to actually fine-tune your accuracy and go ahead and figure out a sensitivity that best fits you. I don't recommend actually starting off at a higher sensitivity and moving down. Start it off at a lower sensitivity and moving up. You want to get the basics down, and that's actually being able to shoot people and actually connect bullets. And obviously, if you are new to the game and you're running a higher sensitivity, this is going to be very hard to do, so might as well start it off low, move it up. That way you'll actually build accuracy, build that aim, build that, you know, hand-eye coordination and that reaction time to be able to actually properly take enemies out and turn on players, quote unquote, on a higher sensitivity once you kind of get warmed up and used to the aim mechanics within Black Ops 4. Also, like I said, make sure you guys drop that like on the video if you guys want to see the video on how to properly abuse aim assist. I feel like that's going to be really helpful for you guys, and I'm curious if you want to see that. Now, tip number 6, or mistake number 6, is running too high of a score streak. Now, this is something that I feel that us YouTubers are kind of at fault for, you know, portraying and showing you guys. Now, you see a lot of us running high streaks like the gunship, the strike team, the attack chopper, but obviously if you guys are new to the game, you don't really want to run streaks like this because you're not probably be able to get them at least 2 to 3 times a match, and you're going to be hurting your team by not putting up streaks like the UAV, maybe calling in a counter, a hailstorm, a lightning strike. If you guys are new to the game, or if you guys are trying to get more score streaks and just trying to get a more feel of streaking up, make sure you guys are running streaks that you can actually easily obtain. This is something that I've actually done in the past. I recommend you guys running UAV, counter UAV, and lightning strike if you guys are new to the game and you guys are trying to figure out how to build a proper score streak. Run this for a week. Now, I recommend you guys thinking it like this: if you cannot get your score streaks at least 3 times per game, it's kind of a waste. Keep running these score streaks if you can consistently get them 3 times per match, really without having to think about it and trying, actually quote unquote trying to get your score streaks. Then bump it up, maybe run UAV, Hellstorm, the Chopper. Then you could maybe take off the UAV, maybe run Hellstorm, Chopper, maybe even, the Drone Squad, or, Hellstorm, Drone Squad, Chopper, something around those lines. Bump it up until you're able to drop that strike team consistently, and then maybe you're able to drop that gunship consistently, because what this is actually going to do subliminally is actually train yourself to go on longer gun streaks. So when they actually release a Call of Duty game that has a callable nuke, you're actually, already trained into, oh, I need to go ahead and get these 15 gun kills, streak to get my gunship. Well, when the next game comes out that has a callable nuke, hopefully, you're already used to getting 15 gun kills, so you only have to get another 10, which is kind of, training you to just go for streaks, and you're going to actually end up being able to get those higher score streaks a lot easier. Out of this video, this is probably the #1 tip I'm giving you, because this actually kind of works and plays an effect to every single tip or mistake that a lot of people make, and I feel that this one is actually going to help you out in the long run and make you a 10 times better Call of Duty player. Nobody really talks about running lower streaks and then actually bumping them up as you get better, but I'm telling you guys right now, I was struggling to get UAVs about 3 years ago. Now, it's very, very easy. I can easily get on 15, 20, 25, and even hit those nuclear kill streaks. And I feel like a lot of you guys using this tip are going to be able to do the same thing like I'm doing after just a few years, or maybe even a few months if you're even better than me at playing the game. Now, another tip I want to give you, or another mistake that I feel like a lot of people make, is using the wrong specialist. Now, specialists are very important within Black Ops 4. I know a lot of players do not like the specialist, but it's in the game, and you're going to have to accept it and kind of use it to the strengths and as well as their weaknesses. Now, if you guys are new to the game, the specialist that I recommend you guys running is actually going to be Recon, and I also recommend you guys running Crash. And the reason I'm telling you guys to run Recon is because you kind of want to start off running the non-lethal specialist. I do not recommend you guys kind of starting off the game and getting used to the lethal specialist, because those, in my opinion, are kind of a crutch if you are new to the game. Now, if you're a little bit above average of a player, you're skilled, you can kind of understand map control and map knowledge, you can run the lethal specialist and kind of use them in tandem to get higher score streaks. But running the non-lethal specialists like Recon and Crash are going to be able to let you kind of have a more of an awareness of the map. With Recon, it has the dart, it has the vision pulse. With Crash, you have more ammo, you have additional points per kill with the ammo box. You can actually boost up your enemies and your teammates, health. And I feel like this is going to be a huge, advantage to you and a huge plus to your teammates. And I think that this is something you guys want to think about and running if you guys are new to the game. And not a lot of people really kind of explain this and kind of tell you guys this, but running non-lethal specialists and then kind of transition to lethals is going to allow you to actually, get better at the game and not use crutch mechanics. I'm not saying this so I don't get killed by lethals, but I'm literally saying this because a lot of the high scoring gameplays, a lot of the high kill streaks are actually gotten running the non-lethal specialist, especially Crash. And I feel like a lot of you guys will definitely, take advantage of running specialists and kind of using this mindset going forward. Now, tip number 8, or mistake number 8, I see a lot of people running or making, is using the wrong class setup. Now, you guys need to make sure you have a class setup that best fits your playstyle. Now, within this game, if you guys are rushing, I recommend you guys running obviously an SMG or maybe a high fire rate assault rifle like the Modix or the Vapor. If you guys are kind of a slower paced player, maybe run something like the Scar, or like the Rampart in this game, or maybe even the Titan. And a lot of people don't like recommending using the Titan, but the Rampart High Caliber 2 is definitely one of the best possible class setups to run. I've released so many class setup videos on the channel that I feel that you need to fine tune and pick a class setup, figure out what works best for you and use it, be consistent with it, and absolutely abuse its strengths and kind of negate and do things to kind of keep it away from its weaknesses. Now, I've actually, like I said, made a lot of class setup videos. There's actually a 10 best class setup video linked into this in the description. Make sure you guys check that out. Check out some of those class setups, use them to your advantage, and I guarantee you guys will actually become a lot better Call of Duty players. Now, mistake number 9 you guys probably are making are not getting mid-map control. This is something that I see so many people make this mistake. Sitting in the spawn, waiting for enemies to come is literally the worst thing you can do in this game. You have to control middle map within Black Ops 4. You have to be able to kind of initiate gunfights, get to that mid-map control to kind of control the entire flow of the game. I recommend you guys actually playing objective-based game modes. I do not recommend you guys playing team deathmatch or kill confirmed if you guys are starting off and getting new at the game. Obviously, you can get and play those, get in those modes to get your feet wet, but if you guys really want to excel your gameplay, make sure you guys are actually in the domination game modes, figuring out spawns, figuring out rotations. I've released videos on how to actually predict spawns, but these are some tips that you guys can use, some mistakes that a lot of people make, and I feel that I have to address it in this video because sitting in the back of your spawn is probably the biggest mistake you can make and something that a lot of people do, and I just don't understand why they do it. Now, the final mistake that a lot of people make, my final tip to you guys is to actually run the outskirts of the map. Now, in the gameplay you guys are watching right now, running the outskirts of the map is probably the biggest tip, the biggest advantage you guys can do when playing Black Ops 4, and it's going to allow you guys to actually stay alive longer, figure out map rotations, rotate the maps, better, rotate the map smarter, pick enemies off as they're going to objectives, and above all, stay alive longer and hit those longer streaks. Hope you guys do enjoy today's video. This is something that I've kind of accumulated after watching a lot of other people's videos, having, just looking through my comment section of my videos, reading the live stream chat. This is some tips and tricks that I feel a lot of you guys can take advantage and use in order to become a better Call of Duty player. Hope you guys do enjoy. Like I said, drop a like on the video. Let's get this video to 500 likes, and also make sure to drop that like if you guys want to see the aim assist video, how to properly abuse aim assist. It's been your boy Ears, and I hope this video does help you guys out, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Deuce.
Deploy beacon online. Losing feed. Enemy took feed. Securing Bravo.
Start Drex guy.
Joker 1-1 on station above. Commencing ground assault. Joker 1-1 engagement success. Taking Bravo.
Kind of pissed I died right there.
Bravo locked down.
Your attack chopper has been destroyed.
Losing Charlie. Friendly TAC deploy beacon offline. Enemy has C. Assault back right here. Securing Alpha. Securing Charlie.
Right there, getting outgunned by subs somehow.
C secure. Heads up. Losing C. Victory's close. Wrap it up and let's go home. We lost C. Taking Alpha. Establish UAV data link.
I guess I'm not running rapid fire. That's probably why.
UAV standing
Probably what it was. I'm not running rapid fire on this. We're gonna lose.
Lost Charlie.
TACOM, transfer control of loiter asset.
Should have had a nuclear, bro. I got killed like the most retarded possible way. Yeah, we lost. Drop 86 kills.
That's a loss. Remaining assets return for debrief.
It was like it's a party as well. Literally fucked this kid up. This is the guy who killed me with a cordite.